salt on the river's edge, where words dissolve like promises we pledged. Ink bleeds slow on a worn-out page, mapping the silence of a forgotten age. The midnight rain hums a rusted tune, while shadows dance beneath the copper moon. Broken glass glimmers in fields of rye, echoes of a dream that learned to fly. Salt and ink, water and fire, burning with a quiet, desperate desire. Tracing the lines where the heart begins, lost in the space where the story ends. I chase the wind through the cracked earth cracks, collecting the pieces I can't get back. A ghost in the soil, a voice in the stone, searching for a place to call my own. Final salt and ink, water and fire, burning with a quiet, desperate desire. Tracing the lines where the heart begins, lost in the space where the story ends. Salt and ink, water and fire, burning with a quiet, desperate desire. Tracing the lines where the heart begins, lost in the space where the story ends. Lost in the space where the story ends. I chase the wind through the cracked earth cracks, collecting the pieces I can't get back. A ghost in the soil, a voice in the stone, searching for a place to call my own. The field's been black for 100 days, where the sun forgets its golden ways. I found a cross made of broken strings, tied by the wind and the dead man's wings. There's a lantern flickering where the creek bends low, but I can't see the light where the dark grows. The cottonwood sighs but won't let go of the roots where your name used to show. Crows don't weep for the moon, they just circle round and hum their tune. I followed their wings, but they led me wide to a place where no stars ever decide. The old shack breathes like it's still alive, but the doors won't open and the windows don't dry. I kissed the air where your lips once stood, but the taste was dust and the dirt tasted good. The fox runs past without a sound, while the ground forgets the weight of the crown. I called your name like a prayer in the mist, but it vanished like a light that never exists. Crows don't weep for the moon, they just circle round in an endless swoon. And I'll wait by the fence till the wind dies still, with your shadow in the night and a heart to fill. Don't weep for the moon, they just circle round in an endless swoon. And I'll wait by the fence till the wind dies still, with your shadow in the night and a heart to fill. I left a note on the mirror, just a line in red. Don't wait up, I'm chasing ghosts that ain't quite dead. With a suitcase full of silence and a sky that wouldn't cry, I burned that small town memory and kissed it all goodbye. Now there's smoke behind me, but I ain't looking back. Tired of running circles on a one-way track. I got boots made for distance and a heart tough as stone. I'm done with being almost, now I'm going full grown. He said forever with a crooked little grin, but forever don't mean nothing in a house built out of sin. The preacher shook his head, Mama crossed her chest, but the wind said go, and I knew I'd never rest. Maybe in another life I'd be someone's sweet refrain, but in this one I'm a wild note rolling off a midnight train. Now there's smoke behind me and the ashes know my name. I walk through the fire and I ain't feeling shame. Got thunder in my rear view, lightning in my tone. I'm done with being quiet, now I'm singing full blown. So if you see my shadow on the edge of Route 9, just let her ride, she's doing just fine. Now there's smoke behind me and the ashes know my name. I walk through the fire and I ain't feeling shame. Got thunder in my rear view, wrote her sorrow on a fallen leaf, pinned it to the sky beyond belief. In the meadow where the clocks don't chime, she danced with ghosts outliving time. A horse made of shadow drank from light. The barn door breathed in silent fright. No map can name the road she made. They bloom at dusk, then softly fade. Where the crows sow stars into the sky, with threads of wind and lullaby, she walks barefoot through the sound of rain. A name unspoken, sweet as pain. You'll find her there, but never near. A dream the earth refused to clear. She wears a coat of cedar bark. Her laughter bends the meadow dark. I saw her stitch a moon from thread and tie it to a word unsaid. The scarecrow bowed as she passed through. The wheat turned silver, not just dew. And I, a fool, just watched and stayed. A heart unhitched, a vow mislaid. Where the crows sow stars with feathered grace, and night forgets the shape of face. She hums a song too old to claim, but every echo knows her name. Where the crows sow stars with feathered grace, and night forgets the shape of face. She hums a song too old to claim, but every echo knows her name. Stars don't set, fed on moonlight, sweat and cigarette. Her breath smelled like burned down barns, and she wore old thunder on both arms. She don't ride roads, she rides regret, with a blade in her boot and a song unmet. You could hear her hum through the gears of dusk, carving her name in the skin of rust. Ash mare galloping through smoke rips the night like a worn-out joke. She don't stop for love or light, just runs with ghosts till the sky turns white. She kissed like a bruise you don't explain, then vanished in a whisper train. Left me talking to the wind and dust, chewing on dreams that turned to rust. I saw her last by the crooked pine, singing to a star she called mine. She said, boys like you just wait and rot. I was never yours, I was never called. silvered gate. I buried my voice in the field last fall, where the scarecrow listens but says nothing at all. Your name still grows in the cracks of the stone, where the wild seeds bloom and I sleep alone. Ashes in the wheat, prayers in the plow. Time don't bleed, but it bruises somehow. You're left in the light between thunder and day, and the earth won't forget, though it gives you away. I wrote you a letter with no paper or pen, just wind through the barn and the cry of a wren. If the stars are a map, they don't show the way. Just remind me what's lost when the sky turns gray. Ashes in the wheat, prayers in the plow. Time don't bleed, but it bruises somehow. You're left in the light between thunder and day, and the earth won't forget, though it gives you away. So I stay where the fence post leans like me, carved by ghosts and old pine tree. If silence could sing, it would sound like your name, a low, slow hum in the morning rain. Ashes in the wheat, prayers in the plow. Time don't bleed, but it bruises somehow. You're left in the light between thunder and day, and the earth won't forget, though it gives you away. I'm walking down a trail of quiet stars, where the night breathes slow and heals the scars. Each step I take writes a line in the sand, a story carved by a wandering hand. Trail of quiet stars, lead me on my way, through the silence where the lost hearts stay. I'm chasing dawn on the edge of night, finding myself in the fading light. The river hums a soft lullaby underneath the vast and endless sky. The trees stand tall like ancient guards, watching over dreams and broken hearts. Trail of quiet stars, lead me on my way, through the silence where the lost hearts stay. I'm chasing dawn on the edge of night, finding myself in the fading light. Maybe the road's not just where I roam, but a path that's leading me back home. And every star that fades away, life's the dawn of a brand new day. Trail of quiet stars, road's not just where I roam, but a path that's leading me back home. And every star that fades away lights the dawn of a brand new day. Find a brand new day. Finding myself in the fading light. The wheat field sways like a golden sea, holding every whisper you left for me. The sun dips low, paints the sky in rust, and I chase your shadow through the dust. Whispers in the wheat field, soft and clear, echoes of a love that's still near. Though you're gone, the wind still sings of forgotten promises and broken strings. The scarecrow stands with a crooked smile, guarding secrets across every mile. I speak to the breeze, hoping it'll carry the words I lost in the light so merry. Whispers in the wheat field, soft and clear, echoes of a love that's still near. Though you're gone, the wind still sings of forgotten promises and broken strings. Maybe one day the rain will fall and wash away the silence that calls. Till then I'll stand where the wild grass grows, waiting for the truth the horizon knows. Final whispers in the wheat field, soft and clear, echoes of a love that's still near. Though you're gone, the wind still sings of forgotten promises and broken strings. The coyote's violin broke in the snow, so I nailed silence to the barn window. A scarecrow prayed with its head on wrong, and the wheat fields hummed an ancient song. I saw your name carved in a cloud, spelled backward, bleeding sound. You left a boot full of redbird teeth and told me heaven grows beneath. I milked the moon with a rusted spoon. She whispered, boy, you were born too soon. Now I sleep in the throat of a weather vane, dreaming of a sky that forgets my name. There's hay in the shape of God out back. It breathes if you touch it, but don't look back. The well speaks German, the corn won't grow, and time walks backwards through the snow. Mama stitched thunder into her quilt. Papa carved clocks from whiskey guilt. The wind sells riddles 2 for 1, and I bought a lie shaped like the sun. I milked the moon with a rusted spoon. She whispered, boy, you were born too soon. Now I sleep in the throat of a weather vane, dreaming of a sky that forgets my name. Mama stitched thunder into her quilt. Papa carved clocks from whiskey gilt. The wind sells riddles 2 for 1, and I bought a lie shaped like the sun. So if you pass this way at dusk and smell tobacco, dirt and rust, don't knock, don't cry, just tip your hat. The barn remembers where I'm at. Last Tuesday, the fence grew eyes. It watched me plant a scream in the rye. Mama's shadow rode a hog made of wind and told me guilt comes back again. I tied my name to a copper crow. It called 3 times and swallowed snow. The cornfield laughed in Morse code while I slept in the mouth of a toad. Stars hang like rotten fruit. The well sings jazz from an old man's suit. I shaved with thunder, I drank the fall, and fed my secrets to a 3-legged dog. And the barn floats at midnight, drunk on light, windows blinking like satellites. If you knock twice, it moans your sin, then spins in circles, shedding skin. No map can find what I became when the barn called out my name. My boots grew roots in a jealous ditch. The scarecrow married a weather witch. I found my heart in a jar of ticks, next to love notes from stolen bricks. The mailbox howled, the gravel bled, the rooster wore a crown of bread. I danced with grief in Daddy's coat and played blackjack with a billy goat. Now the barn floats at midnight still, over bleeding wheat and broken will. light. Cow laughed once and the silo blinked. Dust climbed the ladder and asked for a name. I poured coffee into my boot and drank it through my heel. The sun refused to rise, so I drew one on the barn with smoke. I heard a banjo sob behind the outhouse of memory. Mama said God lives in a matchbox buried under the third fence post. I believed her, I still do, but I lost the matchbox and the fence post ran away. My lover was made of burlap and wind. She whispered arithmetic into my chest when she left. My ribs forgot how to subtract. Now I breathe only even numbers. The mailbox sends letters to itself. They say, "You're doing fine, keep burning." The mailbox sends letters to itself. They say, "You're doing fine, keep burning." I heard a banjo sob behind the outhouse of memory. Mama said God lives in a matchbox buried under the third fence post. I believed her, I still do, but I lost the matchbox and the fence post ran away. You, my lover, was made of burlap and wind. She whispered arithmetic into my chest when she left. My ribs forgot how to subtract. Now I breathe only even numbers. Now I breathe only even numbers. The preacher sold his hands for hay. Now he claps with bones he found in May. Grandma keeps a shotgun in her soup and swears the moon was once her tooth. I built a bed from cowbell rust and kissed a woman made of dust. She left me for a pine cone priest who feeds her sermons soaked in yeast. Oh Lord, the porch light grew a tail. It wagged when I confessed and failed. Now I sleep beneath a pickle tree that tells my secrets back with stolen frogs and danced with ghosts in preachers' clogs. There's a jukebox in the outhouse playing nothing but divorce and bees. And if you press B12, you get the sound of Daddy leaving in reverse. So when my tractor married the sky, I wore a suit of pecan pie. The barn gave speeches the cows just wept, and I finally felt what Grandma meant when she said, boy, even scarecrows gotta sleep. Boy, even scarecrows gotta sleep. Velvet iron grips, twilight scene, whispered riddles in salted cream. Boots trace echoes on cobalt dust. Memories curl in tangled rust. Silent thorns beneath paper skies, broken lullabies in hollow eyes. Dreams fracture like frozen glass in fields where shadows slowly pass. Lanterns bleed through satin haze. Time unwinds in fractured phrase. Wind hums secrets in cracked but bone, tracing paths where no one's known. Silent thorns beneath paper skies, broken lullabies in hollow eyes. Dreams fracture like frozen glass in fields where shadows slowly pass. Iron blooms beneath cold rain. Echoes pulse in quiet pain. wake up, I just stop the night, stare at the walls till they give up the fight. Ain't no dream left I ain't outgrown. Even my shadow walks alone. I tried the bottle, I tried the Lord, both just left me more ignored. This road ain't winding, it's dead and straight, built from bones and twists of fate. I ain't holding on, I ain't moving on. I'm too far gone for even gone. Ain't no goodbye, ain't no grieving. I'm too far gone for leaving. The world turned cold, I turned to stone. Now even silence leaves me alone. I wrote my name in ash and rain, watched it vanish like my pain. You talk of sorrow like it's a choice. I ain't heard a human voice. I ain't holding on, I ain't moving on. I'm too far gone for even gone. Ain't no goodbye, ain't no grieving. I'm too far gone for leaving. This ain't a phase, this ain't a mood. It's just the way of being cruel. If I come back, I won't be me, just a ghost that used to breathe. So let the dust cover my name. Ain't no man left in this frame. I ain't holding on, I ain't moving on. I'm too far gone for even gone. No more prayers, no more believing. I'm too far gone, too far gone for leaving. Ember nights beneath cracked skies, whispers curl where silence lies. Boots sink slow through amber haze, chasing light in fractured maze. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone. Dreams unravel, drift alone. Lanterns fade on rusted spines. Moonlight bends through broken lines. Shadows fold in whispered streams, carrying lost entangled dreams. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone. Dreams unravel, drift silent screams. Time dissolves in fractured beams. Hands reach out to catch the night. Stories vanish out of sight. Frozen flames on tangled threads. Echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone. Dreams unravel, drift alone. Frowning flames on tangled threads. Echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone. Dreams unravel, drift alone. Glass horses gallop through cracked skies. Whispered footsteps where silence lies. Boots press stories in broken clay, chasing shadows that slip away. Rusted tracks hum a crooked tune. Underneath the hollow moon, echoes twist in tangled vines. Lost between forgotten lines. Lanterns drip with melted stars. Winds carry whispers from distant cars. Fields breathe smoke with every sigh, counting moments that never die. Rusted tracks hum a crooked tune. Underneath the hollow moon, echoes twist in tangled vines. Lost between forgotten lines. Time folds paper into wings. Songs dissolve before they sing. Eyes reflect unspoken dreams, flowing through fractured streams. Final looks paper into wings. Songs dissolve before they sing. Eyes reflect unspoken dreams, flowing through fractured streams. Rusted tracks hum a crooked tune. Underneath a hollow moon, echoes twist in tangled vines. Lost between forgotten lines. corkscrew eyes. They watched me plant a scream in the ride. Mama shadow rode a hog, made a wind, and told me guilt comes back again. I tied my name to a copper crow. It called 3 times and swallowed snow. The cornfield laughed in Morse code while I slept in the mouth of a toad. The stars hang like rotten fruit. The well sings jazz from an old man's suit. I shaved with thunder, I drank the fog, and fed my secrets to a 3-legged dog. And the barn floats at midnight, drunk on light, windows blinking like satellites. If you knock twice and moans your sins, then spins in circles, shedding skin. No map can find what I became when the barn called out my name. My boots grew roots in a jealous ditch. The scarecrow married a weather witch. I found my heart in a jar of ticks, next to love notes from stolen bricks. The mailbox howled, the gravel bled, the rooster wore a crown of bread. I danced with grief in Daddy's coat and played blackjack with a billy goat. Now the barn floats at midnight still, over bleeding wheat and broken will. It hums the tune of things unsaid and swings a lantern full of dread. If you see it, friend, don't go inside. Just tip your hat and let it glide. They built a chapel out of bone. No roof, just sky, just wind alone. The pews were carved from cypress screams, and prayers were stitched from fever dreams. The preacher's voice was made of tar. He lit the stars with a mason jar. He swore he'd seen the devil's knees kneel down to drink from dead oak trees. At Wormwood Chapel, time won't kneel. The bell swings slow, but nothing's real. I left my name in the altar's dust. It burned away with the choir's trust. There's moss where scripture used to sleep, and candles whisper secrets deep. The snakes wear collars made of ash. They sing in tongues, then turn to glass. If you walk in, don't look back. The road behind turns cold and black, and back. The road behind turns cold and black, and if you stay till sparrows cry, you'll know the hymns that never die. At Wormwood Chapel, the soul stands bare. No heaven waits, no hell to spare. Just fields of silence, wide and cursed, and a book that reads your name in reverse. Ember knots beneath cracked skies, whispers curl where silence lies. Boots sink slow through amber haze, chasing light in fractured maze. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone, dreams unravel, drift alone. Lanterns fade on rusted spines, moonlight bends through broken lines. Shadows fold in whispered streams, carrying lost and tangled dreams. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone, dreams unravel, drift alone. Stars collide in silent screams, time dissolves in fractured beams. Hands reach out to catch the night, stories vanish out of sight. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone, dreams unravel, drift alone. Stars collide in silent screams, time dissolves in fractured beams. Hands reach out to catch the night, stories vanish out of sight. Frozen flames on tangled threads, echoes swim through hollow beds. Heartbeats pulse beneath cold stone, dreams unravel, drift alone. Glass horses gallop through cracked skies, whispered footsteps where silence lies. Boots press stories in broken clay, chasing shadows that slip away. Rusted tracks hum a crooked tune underneath the hollow moon. Echoes twist in tangled vines, lost between forgotten lines. Lanterns drip with melted stars. Winds carry whispers from distant cars. Fields breathe smoke with every sigh, counting moments that never die. Rusted tracks hum a crooked tune underneath the hollow moon. Echoes twist and tangle vines, lost between forgotten lines. Time folds paper into wings. Songs dissolve before they sing. Eyes reflect unspoken dreams, flowing through fractured streams. Final dressed, I'm a crooked tune underneath the hollow moon. Echoes twist and tangled vines, lost between forgotten lines. Coyote's violin broke in snow, so I nailed silence to the barn window. A scarecrow prayed with its head on wrong, and the wheat fields hummed an ancient song. I saw your name carved in a cloud, spelled backwards, bleeding sound. You left a boot full of redbird teeth and told me heaven grows beneath. I milked the moon with a rusted spoon. She whispered, "Boy, you were born too soon." Now I sleep in the throat of a weather vane, dreaming of a sky that forgets my name. There's hay in the shape of God out back. It breathes if you touch it, but don't look back. The well speaks German, the corn won't grow, and time walks backward through the snow. Mama stitched thunder into her quilt. Papa carved clocks from whiskey guilt. The wind sails rid and smell tobacco, dirt, and rust. Don't knock, don't cry, just tip your hat. The barn remembers where I'm at. Sun dips slow in amber glass. Boots sink deep in shadowed grass. Whispers crawl beneath my skin. Roots hum songs of might have been. Broken fence, a rusted song. Wind hums notes both sharp and wrong. Moonlight folds like worn out maps. Memory drips from rusted taps. Mud in my pocket, cold and dry. Ghosts of a whisper, laugh and cry. Holding on to dust and rain. Lost between loss and pain. Night spills secrets down hollow bones. Crickets ride in silent tones. Heartbeats echo under skin, waiting for dreams to begin. Ashes fall on cracked front porch. Time forgets its crooked course. I stand still, but rivers flow. Where I'll end, I'll never know. Rattling, I'll never know. Lost between loss and pain. Clock spills dust in the silence. Fingers dig dirt from sideways rain. Crows trade riddles with empty boots, while shadows fold into rusted veins. Moon bleeds ink on cracked windows. Whispers crawl through hollow stems. intertwine beneath soil slow hand. Rust on sky, bones cold and bare, echoes trapped in thinning air. Time forgets how to bend or break, lost between wake and dreamless ache. Wind hums secrets no one keeps, stars drown deep in muddy sleep, voices curl in silent smoke, songs swallowed before they spoke. Ashes stitch roads that vanish, boots sink where ghosts do banish, fingers trace forgotten names in dust that never came. Rust on sky, bones cold and bare, echoes trapped in thinning air. Time forgets how to bend or break, lost between wake and dreamless ache. Wind hums secrets no one keeps, stars drown deep in muddy sleep, voices curl in silent smoke, songs swallowed before they spoke. Ashes stitch roads that vanish, boots sink where ghosts do banish, fingers trace forgotten names in dust that never came.